here we go. Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, the classic, last known classics. This is episode number 2479, and that's episode number 2373. Now, for this one, it's 2 finales. And the next one, it's also 2 finales as well. Well, not the particular series per se. This is the last trade for this particular trade series to review because I reviewed all the stuff that came afterwards. Why? Because we have Deadpool Classic Volume 11, The Merc with a Mouth, which collects the Merc with a Mouth ongoing series. Well, I think it was ongoing, lasted 13 issues, along with the Lady Deadpool one-shot. Yep, your writer for these issues is 2 writers, Victor Gausser and Mary H.K. Choi. Artwork is Bong Donzo, Kyle Baker, Rob Liefeld, yes, he did work on this book, Matt Lazari, and Ken Lashley. Now, one thing I should point out, though, each cover is a homage to something. Like, here's issue 1, which you look at the cover like, what's a homage to? That's a homage to Savage Tales number 1, which is also, fun fact, the debut of Man-Thing. The thing with this issue is that Deadpool meets his zombie counterpart. By the way, the first issue is called Head Trip. Yeah, it looks like it goes to Savage Land, reads up with Kazar. Yeah, really fun stuff here. But then at the end of the first issue, he meets up with his zombie. We also see the debut of this blonde hair woman who would travel with Deadpool this whole book. Yep. Yeah, and also or the gag with her is that, her clothes keep getting shed every issue. And the first issue is like, oh crap, he meets like a zombie head. Commonly referred to as Headpool. Now, there is an explanation of how the heck he got here, where he came from. He is from the Marvel Zombies universe. Yep, he got here thanks to Marvel Zombies 3, where he ended up in Miami, actually more like the Everglades. And he got his head chopped off, and now he's here. Yeah, this is the next book appeared right after Marvel Zombies 3. Because 4, I think it was Midnight Suns. Yeah, which I love the Marvel Zombies books. They're really good. A lot of people thought the Marvel Zombies peak was 2005, 2006, because everything else felt like didn't feel necessary, but I love Marvel Zombies line. I love review a lot more of the Marvel Zombies line, but I hang on my hands. And I have reviewed Marvel Zombies 2, but I've never reviewed Marvel Zombies 1 or Marvel Zombies vs. Army of Darkness. Okay, so the first issue is the only one I could think of where it's homage to an actual comic cover. This next issue, issue 2, is a homage to a very famous 70s film. You look at this cover like, wow, is that homage to Jaws? It is. Yeah, this poster's been homaged several times. The whole thing with Head Trip is basically Deadpool just going on a trip with meeting his zombie counterpart, and of course be with his hot girl who was with him this whole book. And of course meets up with Hydra in here. Now this one, what's this one homage to? Dawn of the Dead. Yep. Not Night of the Living Dead. Oh, no. It's Dawn of the Dead. How do I know that? I've seen the poster. That's how I know. And that's only issue 3. So, what does issue 4? Issue 4, that there, is Scarface. Now, I've seen Jaws. I have not... Here's the thing. I've seen the remake for Dawn of the Dead. I have not seen the original. And you're saying, Nick, really? You've not seen the original Dawn of the Dead? Yeah, I've never seen it. I've seen Night of the Living Dead. I've seen its remake. I didn't see the second remake they did, which apparently had Tony Todd play the same character in all 3 movies. Different versions. Yep. Now, what about the rest of the series? What are they homages to? Issue 5 is Pretty Woman. Yes, starring Richard Gere and Julia Roberts. One of my mother's favorite movies. She loves Pretty Woman. I've seen it. Yes, I have seen Pretty Woman, and I actually kind of like it. It's really good. It's one of 2 movies that Richard Gere and Julia Roberts did together. The other one was Runaway Bride. Yep, a bride who basically leaves the guy at the altar for kicks. Yeah, I love the fact that the artist clearly is a fan. Now, it's weird, though, that the first issue is a homage to a 70s comic cover. Everything else is all, like, movie posters. I think, okay, 5 was Pretty Woman. Okay, what about issue 6? 6 is Alien. Yes. They even spoofed the famous line from the poster. No one can hit... No, in space... No one can hear you scream. This one's like, in space, no one can hear you cuss. Yes, that is so funny. Oh my gosh, this is funny. Yeah, this series is just a lot of fun. And yes, they run into frickin' Man-Thing, of course, because of course they would do that. Yep. Okay. Now what about, now here's issue 7. This one, I'm a bit confused with this one. This is the one I'm thinking it could be. By the look of the cover, I think it's The Usual Suspects. Yes, I think this is The Usual Suspects, if I'm not mistaken. This issue is noteworthy for the debut of Lady Deadpool, which there's a very famous scene in this book when, like, after a mission, Lady Deadpool kisses Deadpool, and of course he was asked, how was self-incest? Yes, seriously, that is a freaking line in this book. Yes, I am not joking. That is seriously a line in this book. Because Lady Deadpool, who is a female counterpart to Deadpool... Oh yeah, we also did Deadpool Kid. Okay, so apparently the issue 7 is a movie called Trainspotting. I'm not familiar with this movie. Now, unlike the other ones, I am familiar with those. At least I have seen. Trainspotting. I have honestly never seen Trainspotting, so... Yeah. So, don't be mad at me if I don't know what Trainspotting is. I personally never seen it because I wasn't really familiar with the movie. So, yes. Also, the artwork is really weird. This is the issue that has 3 artists. We have Bondonzo, John... and Matt Mignola. And look, here's Colonel Deadpool. Yes, seriously. Yeah, this is Deadpool if he was a freaking general, so this is hilarious. Actually, this is Major Deadpool. I'm not kidding about that. Yeah, so... think of General Deadpool as the sane version of Deadpool. Houlihan was confirmed to be dead, and Deadpool kills Deadpool number 2. Yep. Deadpool Kid, he's a Western version of Deadpool. Yeah, that's literally all he is. And he got killed. His next appearance after this one issue is he got killed off, and Deadpool kills Deadpool number 4. You're thinking, okay, so what about the rest of the issues? Well... oh yeah, here's basically... so it had to be Rob Liefeld to draw the debut of... of Lady Deadpool. I love this Deadpool. If you ask me personally, what is my personal favorite alternate Deadpool? Pandapool. I love Pandapool. It's a shame the guy was only around for 2 appearances. And here it is! Lady Deadpool kissing regular Deadpool. And they both regretted it. Yeah, this is something that, well, it is weird, and we have Dr. Vushop. Now, this cover here, issue 8, I believe this is a Rachel Weisz film, 100 million years BC. That's what this cover is. Have I seen this movie? No, I haven't, sadly. Yeah, I have never seen 1 million years BC. And yeah, that's actually a zombie Tigra. Tigra herself is not really in this issue. It's sort of a zombie version of her well, from the Marvel Zombies universe. Yeah, from what I can tell, it's pretty much in a way, uh, from what I can tell, it is just basically them visiting the zombie universe. Yes, seriously. That is literally what this issue is. It's basically them visit. Okay, the woman's name is Dr. Betty Swanson, and she's only here for this one book. She's here pretty much the whole series, and then she pops up. She only makes 2 appearances outside the series. Prelude Deadpool number 5 and Deadpool Volume 5 number 27. Actually, like Volume 327. Yes. Yeah, and of course she dresses up as an AIM agent. Because, of course, her clothes got shredded, she wore since the start of the series, so ditch that hot outfit for this another hot outfit. Yeah, and he might be thinking, okay, what is the purpose of this woman? Fan service. Yep. That's literally what this character's here for. Fan service. Now, issue number 8 is a homage to The Graduate. Have I seen The Graduate? Yes, I have. And I love this line, which is basically a parody of the famous movie. Mr. Zombie, you're not trying to snooze me, you're trying to snooze me, aren't you? In the movie, The Graduate, it's Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to snooze me, aren't you? Where it's basically Dustin Hoffman, his character having a relation with a married older woman, and ends up in a relation with her daughter. Yeah. So of the movie covers I'm seeing here, at least 3 I've not seen so far. I've not seen Dawn of the Dead, but I know of it. I've just seen the remake. Train Spotting and 100 million BC. This one here, issue 10. This one, I don't remember what this one's supposed to be. This is a homage to another classic cover. Okay, this is not a movie poster, this one. This actually is from Wolverine Volume 1, number 1 by Chris Cum, Frank Miller. Yeah, that's what this cover is a homage to. So, yeah, there's another one. Yep. And then we have issue 11. I believe this is a samurai zombie movie, if I'm not mistaken. It is Lone Wolf and Cub. That's what this poster is a homage to. Now, this is another movie I have never seen. I have never seen the movie at all. Lone Wolf and Cub. Oh, it's a manga book. Okay. So it's a manga cover. Okay, so it's a manga from Japan from the 70s. Which apparently Frank Miller did the English cover for this one. Yes. Frank Miller did the cover for Lone Wolf and Cub. Yeah, I don't know what was the reason for it. It's kind of weird. I don't know what the reason was. Okay, so we've had so far movie posters, 2 famous comic covers, and now a cover for a manga for the 3rd and last issue of the series. Now, this one, I think 12 is a homage to one of the Piranha movies. Is homage to... Oh, it's a... Okay, so this is homage to a Nirvana CD. This is Nirvana's Nevermind. Yes, that is the name of the cover for it. I haven't listened to it. No, I've heard of Nirvana. I've never listened to it. Now, what about the final issue? The final issue, the cover for that one, I actually have seen the movie for that one. Yes, I have. And you probably think, turn your geek card now if you've not seen this movie. Silence of the Lambs. Yes. And yes, I have seen Hannibal. I have seen Hannibal Rising. And I've seen Red Dragon. Yep, I've seen all those movies. I have not seen Manhunter. I have not seen that one. But I have seen all the rest of them. And you might be curious to know, have read the books based upon these movies? Yes. Yes, I have. I have read them. After I saw the movie, of course. If you get a chance to read the Hannibal one, it is thick. It is about this thick. That's how big the book is. Silence is pretty recently length. It's like probably about 250 pages, maybe. Hannibal Rising is pretty short. Yes, seriously. You might be thinking of these movies pretty accurate with the book. Some of them are, yes. But this book is amazing. I love Death Mark in the Mouth. Now, this book, I thought it was an ongoing series for the longest time. I thought it was. I was surprised that it ended at the 13 issues. Now, I don't know what was the reason for the book ending, but it could because maybe we had Deadpool 4 coming up. It's possible, but I have honestly no idea. Of course, right after the book wraps up, we have the one-shot Lady Deadpool, and that's it for the book itself. This book is absolutely amazing. I love this book. And it's a shame, though, that the writer who wrote this book, I don't think works at Marvel anymore. Yeah, Victor Gachler. Really good writer. And it's a shocker the guy doesn't do anything at Marvel anymore. And you're thinking, okay, what was the last book the guy wrote? Okay, so the most recent book the guy did is a book I actually have reviewed that came out, here's a shocker for you, 6 years ago. Really? Yes, really. A book called Spirits of Vengeance. Yeah, and that was the first book he worked on. Aside from the Deadpool issue, the previous book he worked on came out back in 2012. Yeah, 2012. So by the time Spirits of Vengeance came out, he had not worked on a comic at Marvel in 5 years. Now, if you're really curious, what was the very first book he worked on? Punisher Max Special Little Black Book that came out in 2008. Of course, he worked on Punisher and Castle Max, and this book, and the Joker Deadpool 900, which is basically just a comedy issue. Oh yeah, he also was the writer for the second half of. Oh yeah, he did work on Deadpool Core. Did he work on the whole series? Yes, he did, and I have reviewed it. I think, like, as far as I can tell, I have reviewed for him. Just about, I would say, thanks for reading this book here, I have reviewed most of the books he's done for Marvel. You probably think, hey, what is left? Fear Itself, Hulk vs. Dracula, the Two of Dracula Presents Room of Blood one-shot, the Punisher Max Special, Wolverine Revolver, which that came out in 2009. I think I may have reviewed this, I'm not sure. And the final few issues, the last issues of Punisher Frank Castle Max. Yep. But yeah, love this book. Recommend it. This is a high recommendation. This book is just so good. If you're a fan of Deadpool, and if you're a fan of these classic movies, check them out. Check these books out. What ranking do I give this trade here? A 10 out of 10 is that damn good. Like, oh my gosh, this book is so freaking good. Okay, so you're probably thinking, okay, what is next? Well, yeah, that was actually the final Deadpool classic. So, next thing Deadpool will talk about, and one of the couple things I'll talk about for Deadpool, is the next thing to talk about Deadpool is going to be Cable and Deadpool, which I checked out all 7 trades for that one. That'll be coming in the future for that one. And like, okay, so if I review that series, is there anything we're left for Deadpool? Yes. Yes, there is. So once the book wraps up, the only other thing left to review for Deadpool is the second trade for the Alyssa Wong run, and Deadpool Max. And that's it. Because I have literally, at this point, reviewed just about everything for Deadpool. Alright, next up we have is Spider-Man Tangled Web Volume 4, which collected the last, like, 5 issues of the series. Now, for these last issues, issue 18 is done by Ted McKeever. It focuses on Tapface, basically a very minor villain. Yeah, he was a character who only had just shown up at that point, maybe for a few years. It's like, yeah, he shows up here for this one-off issue. Nothing really special about this one. We issue about the Grizzly be tormented by the Rhino. This one I thought was really interesting. So 20 is called Behind the Mustache, and it's all the whole issue is focused on Jameson. And issue 20, basically the cover for that one has been used as an image for Jameson for a long time. 21 is about Christmas. By the way, 20 is written by Zeb Wells. And you're thinking, oh crap, not Zeb Wells, the guy behind the current Amazing Spider-Man. This is years before he did Amazing Spider-Man. So, this is when he was good, not the current book. 18 is, of course, 19 is now by Robbie Morrison, art by Jim Mathford. 20 is now by Dean Haspel. 21, which is the Christmas issue, is written and drawn by Darwin Cook. Excellent artist. Really fun issue. If you're looking for a good Christmas issue, check this issue out. The system, basically, just all about from the police perspective. It's almost like this could have been like a backdoor pilot to a potential Marvel version of Gotham Central. That's literally what this book is. And that's literally it for Spider-Man Tangled Web. It's a good series overall. But it's just an anthology book. That's all it is. I mainly wanted to review this one because it's a quick book. Excuse me. I knew it wouldn't take very long. So I figured, though, why not? Oh, the trade itself also collects 2 issues of Peter Parker Spider-Man. Yep. 2 issues that were not collected in the main series itself. You're thinking, really? Yes, really. I don't know exactly what was the reason for it. Yeah, for some reason, 2 issues from Volume 3 were not collected in the main Peter Parker Spider-Man trade series. Yeah, for some reason they skipped over these issues. I'm not sure exactly why. They just did. Yeah, there's some issues of the series not in the main book itself for reasons unexplained to me. Like, if you're really curious about some of the issues, like, here's one for you. Let's see. Probably should talk about 36. Not sure why this issue wasn't collected, but I'm looking at basically the trades that collect this stuff. Yeah, for some reason it's not here. I don't know why, but it's not here. Because, like, the first 19 issues are collected in the next chapter books. And some of the missing issues from Volume 1, issues 23 to 25 is collected Adventure Green Goblin. There is a full Spider-Man one that does collect the remainder issues of this one. Yes. Let's see if we can find it here. Okay, so 25, yeah, there's a new printing of this Avenger Green Goblin. We're collecting 25 and 29. Yes, but I don't think it collected, Yeah. I remember correctly, I think 23 was like a different book. I may have to basically do a separate review to discuss the issues I think I may have covered, but I know we have these two issues here. Yeah, I think there's like overall, the way it looks anyways, I may have skipped some issues. I may have, but I'm really curious of why some issues are not collected in trade for this series. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm not really sure exactly why some issues not collected here, but I may do a separate one just to basically cover the remaining issues of the series. Probably yes. Yeah, there's actually certain number of issues not collected in these trades. Now, I have here in this, well, I was collecting this trade here for Tangled Web. Yeah, that did collect issues 42 and 43. But for some reason, there are some issues of this book not in trade. And that's 23, 24, and 36. So I might do a review basically covering those. There's only 3 issues, so I might cover those at some point. So for these 2 issues for Peter Parker Spider-Man, which are issues 140, 141, they're written by Zeb Wells, and it is just a quick 2-parter called 50 Minutes of Shame. It's mostly put up a issue that kind of takes place in Peter Parker in high school, maybe. Yeah, it's a weird couple issues that about the Sandman. It's a very strange 2-parter. And it is really weird that these 2 issues collected here and not in the main book series. Yeah, I don't know the reason for this. It's kind of weird. Mm-hmm. So I'd say probably next time I come back to this thing before, I'll probably do along with Web of Spider-Man. I'll probably do 23, 24, and 36. Yeah, but with these 2 issues in particular, I'm mostly done with Volume 2. I know Volume 1, I know that's all done. So Volume 2 is got about 3 issues left to go. So I'll probably review that when I get a chance to talk about Web of Spider-Man, because that's basically replacing Spider-Man Tangled Web as Web of Spider-Man. That'll take not as long as, let's say, Spectacular, because because it's not that long of a series, not as long as the Spectacular. So that replacing that. Final thoughts on this whole Tangled Web. It's an okay series. It later gets replaced by 3 anthology books. First, Spider-Man Family, and then Amazing Our Family. What was the next one? The third one was Web of Spider-Man Volume 2. And I think that was it. Yep, that was literally it for basically anthology books, because Marvel likes doing an anthology book for Spider-Man. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why they like doing this for. They just do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, first you had now the first series came out in 07. Now Tangled Web, that concluded in 03. So my guess is somebody at Marvel must have really been pushing to do another anthology book for Spider-Man. But here was kind of the issue with it. I believe Spider-Man Family was like 9 issues, and I think that let me check and see about this one. So apparently there was a couple of volumes. So basically, the main series, aside from Spider-Man Family one shot, you had a 9-issue first volume, and then you had Missing a Family that was 8 issues. And they kind of serve the same purpose. Mostly put there's also was these. I remember there was also another anthology book published. It was called Spider-Man Amazing Spider-Man Extra. There was like 3 of these one shots. Kind of serve the same purpose. Web Spider-Man Volume 2 kind of serve the same thing as an anthology book per se. My guess is probably the reason we don't see one nowadays because it's not really a big thing for that anymore. So they're good for what they are. They're self-contained stories, so there's that. Okay, so that's pretty much that particular view. Next up, Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay, next view. Bye.